Man, welcome back to another episode of the Play for Keeps podcast. The only episode where we do something different every single day, nigga. Why is he so hyped? Because we got Dana Dane in the motherfucking building. Yeah, man. In Kansas. I want to go.
Sir.
I click my heels 3 times. How we doing?
Man, it's your boy Dana Dane in the building. Shout out to everybody. Appreciate y'all for allowing me to be on this episode of Play for Keys. Really enjoy y'all's content. And I was telling Jackson when he was on our episode for the Redacted show, which y'all should watch if y'all like anything related to Marvel, DC, anime, manga, and things of that nature. I also like how
hold on. What's the name of your podcast again? Say it one more time.
The Redacted Show.
Say it one more, like spell it out for the people so they know where to find you.
Redacted Show. REDACTED. There's a lot of spelling for me, so
I didn't realize it was that much. But yeah, y'all make sure to check him out at the Redacted Show.
That nigga thought it was our shit. P4K. He thought it was some simple shit. Oh man, before we hop into the NSO topics, you know what I mean? Niggas be trying to get us out the paint. Niggas be trying to figure out what it mean. That shit crazy. If you know, you know. Insane. Don't rat us out. I wanted to go and revert back to some shit we was talking about with the Drake beef. Dana, are you familiar with the Drake beef?
I'm like loosely following it. Partly because I don't really, I guess, care too much to delve into that.
Hey, grown man paying bills. I see you. Are you a fan of like the Metro Shut Your Hoe Ass Up and Make Some Drums, nigga? That
line is hilarious.
Have you been seeing like some of these remixes? Have you seen them like some of these other cultural beats around it?
No,
that's great. Because here we are. You know, I just found this beat.
Metro, shut your hoe ass up and make some drums.
Oh my god.
Yes, sir.
Metro, shut your hoe ass up and make some drums.
This is a vibe. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about.
My thing is, here's the thing though. Like, how does Drake keep getting away with this? How does he keep getting away with this? I don't think we're not grasping. This is one man against 3, 4 niggas?
He said, what the fuck is this? A 20v1, nigga.
It's 20v1. It's 1 against 50. He's really, I'm not a fan of his music, but I gotta respect it's one man army against 50 standing on business. I gotta respect that. I gotta respect
it.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I feel like Kendrick was like the one who really wanted the issue with him, and then everybody was also like, "Oh, he said something. Let me hop in." I bet he was just like,
"Is he like a me,
bro? What are you doing?"
It's just like a whole bunch of people standing in front of you for the nah, man, not my nigga. Like, whoa, why is there 7 niggas in front of me?
Like, I had this myself, and then y'all just like
now they calling me pussy because y'all jumping them.
Yeah, I'm like, I think a lot of people that are jumping in are like diluting the whole beef. It's this joke. I guess you got people making cultural beats about this shit. It's not serious no more. It ain't for real.
It was never serious.
It really wasn't, but now it's definitely not. You got niggas like fucking Kanye making. Well, my thing is, I thought the whole AI Tupac and all that shit was corny.
That was lame.
But then again, my thing is, people are going to have like people have kind of already had their minds made up. You're either gonna love Drake or you don't.
Yeah.
Especially at this point. Same with Kendrick. You like his music or you don't.
So whoever you think was gonna win this whole thing, because there's no real winners. Whoever you think was gonna win was gonna win. So it don't even matter.
Man. And that's another thing with this whole rap beat shit. I'm like, who really wins? Like, who can, unless there's an official versus, unless they do like a versus, which if we're talking about that, Drake might have a beat, because he just has more music. And
Drake. If it was versus, Drake would win because he would win. Like Kendrick's a better rapper, but Drake has more hits. Like
exactly, which isn't necessarily fair. So I'm like, unless there's a whole versus, or unless that turns into like a whole other Gucci Mane Jeezy type versus where you just got niggas shitting
That
on
was
each other.
amazing. That was amazing.
That was peak television.
That was amazing. Man, the pandemic was terrible, but it had some good moments
some
like
great
that.
moments.
The power of friendship, man. The power of friendship. Speaking of people that are, overcoming the odds, we can go right into our first NSO topic. We had to bring this back out the dry cleaners.
Yes, sir.
Had to go ahead and start talking about that big fight, Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia. Before y'all get y'all shit up, because I feel like I already know where y'all was going to go with it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I knew Ryan Garcia was finna come out hot. Like I knew he was finna like be mad aggressive because that's what he is. He's an aggressive dude. The only problem is people just kind of remember how Tank did that nigga because he came out aggressive against Tank until he got popped, and it's like okay, well, then he kind of got shook. I knew I was like, this is not gonna be a blowout by either side, and then I was terribly wrong because Ryan was serving that nigga hot plates, man. Like it was crazy. It was insane. So I want to toss it to y'all. Y'all initial reactions. Where were y'all? What was the vibe like? Were y'all around Hispanic people? Were y'all around y'all people? What
You're asking us like this shit 9/11.
I want to go. I'm gonna let you go first, then. I want to go last.
Well, I did watch the fight. I was at home actually because I was hosting like a little watch party for the Lakers and Nuts game 1, which we'll get into that series later. But it was like a game watch party, whatever. But one of my friends, he was like, "Hey, let's put on Devin Haney." I forgot the shit was on, so I'm okay, whatever. Put it on, and the ref. This is probably the whole thing. The ref had some money on that fight. He had some money on that fight, or he was like, I ain't about to let my niggas out like this. I'm not about to let my niggas go out like this. Bro. He has it. He has the chance. He has the ability. No, he didn't. He got dropped 2 times. The fight should have been done at round 10 or whenever he got dropped that second time. Should have been done. That ref never needs to ref another boxing match again because that was complete. We like to shit on refs for missing calls and shit in other sports. Obviously, there was some bias there.
Nah, that nigga was Meek Mill with it. Wake up!
Get up!
That fight, Ryan Garcia. That fight was the ref and Devin Haney against Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia was like, "What the fuck is this? A 20v1 nigga?" Like that's what Ryan Garcia said. But nah, we went. I went out to watch the game, and I went behind enemy lines. It was very. It felt like a stealth mission. It was a little bit. It was dark outside. A little bit rainy. And we went out to where was it? It was like Little Woodrow's or whatever. And we walked in. It was just a sea of them people, man. It was a sea of them people.
Damn.
It was a sea of them people. And like as soon as we got in, we were just like, oh dang. Cause it was like what 5, 6 black people and 312 Hispanic people. We were just like, oh, this could get hectic. And then once they announced the boxers, that's when we know what type of time it was. Cause it was like Haney. We was like, yeah, it was only us chanting. We was like, damn, niggas not really. But when they talk about Garcia, everybody was around, like niggas was looking at us. No, I was like, damn, bro, like what the hell? And then like the fight started, we was like, okay, we was like, hey, Haney, he got to it a little bit at the beginning. We was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be quick work. Ryan Garcia, he a crackhead, all this stuff. And then Ryan Garcia popped that nigga. And we was like, oh, this is he popped that nigga, and Haney was like, oh. Yeah, and that's when I was like, oh, this isn't gonna end well. And it didn't end well.
Yeah, I think we were prisoners of the moment because we kept describing him as a crackhead, but I've never seen a crackhead lose anything. You feel me?
Seen a crackhead lose a fight.
Oh God, those are strong niggas. We talk highly about crackheads.
Yeah, Devin Haney need to start doing some crack. He don't got no power in his punches, bro.
Like, yeah, look at Mike Tyson.
Listen. Oh man. So I'm gonna do these 2 quick points and then we'll get the fuck out of here with the boxing. Mm-hmm. But with Ryan Garcia, does this entice a rematch with Tank?
No, Tank would whoop him again.
No.
But we're not asking what your prediction is. Do we want another Tank Garcia fight though?
I would, because I know it's gonna make people are gonna watch it. It's gonna make money, and then because Tank isn't like a sound boxer, but he's like old niggas with that old man straight. He get a hold of you, you're done. You're done for the season. So people want to see that. People want to see people get knocked out, and I think that would be the fight to kind of watch that or to kind of deliver on that. Because Tank,
he'll knock the crack out of him.
Oh, most definitely.
Oh God! All right.
I think that fight. I wouldn't want to see it because, like I said, I already know how it would end, and I feel like Tank, he might not be like the most solid boxer, like technical wise and everything, but he's better than Garcia as far as that.
Yes.
And like, so when you combine that with his just like his power is crazy, so it's going to be a quick knockout regardless. I think I would rather see a Haney versus Garcia rematch, and I think they will because Garcia was like 3 pounds overweight, so he didn't like when he beat Haney, he didn't get like the title belt or whatever. So if he wants the belt, he's gonna have to fight him again. So I think that'll be good. I hope though if they do fight again that Haney, I hope he's more prepared to get his shit rocked because he was surprised, bro. He was surprised when the fight started. So.
He definitely was shocked.
Yeah, I mean, and then both of these boxers have boxed each other, like way back when, and Garcia got the best from back then. So I don't know, man. Maybe it's like a Lakers Nuggets thing. You just can't get over the hump. Man. Maybe is he Jokic?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Ryan Garcia, if he was anybody on that team, he would be Michael Porter.
That's like when the FIBA World Cup happened and Germany won and Schroeder won the MVP, and by technicality he's the best player in the world. Like, that's like saying that for Ryan Garcia.
Oh, but is he Devin Haney's Jokic though?
I mean, people in boxing don't fight enough, so we can't really get that. Like,
and then another point before we move on, I feel like in boxing, because Jack, you brought up a point about Devin Haney coming more prepared, and I feel like boxing is one of those sports where if you're not prepared, you will get exposed, and it's not now whether you win out of that or not is another thing. Because we saw with what's his name, the guy who fought Tyson Fury, who was a UFC fighter.
Francis
Ngannou.
He should have won that fight.
He should have won.
He won that fight.
But we saw that Fury did not take that fight seriously, and it showed. He was tired, he was gassed, and he was getting worked. But he won because but really, I think if Ngannou would have knocked him out, he would have won. But they're like, we're not just giving this away. We're not giving it away, especially to someone from another sport.
That's why they didn't give him that. They were like, he's a UFC fighter. He can't beat the heavyweight, pound for pound, blah blah blah, and Tyson Fury. That's why they didn't give him to Francis. They hold
exactly.
They hold.
And then kind of circling it back to Devin Haney. I don't think Devin Haney took this fight serious. He saw how he got rocked by Tank and was like, I got this. You saw all the memes of him making fun of his jump ropes and clowning them and shit. And
I think he just underestimated him because Garcia, he was like, oh, this is all just a plan by me. It wasn't a plan. He just happened to whoop that nigga. But like Haney was like, oh, he's on drugs. He's not taking this serious. He's drinking and all this, that, and the third. So he thought it was gonna be a walk in the park, and it was a walk in hell. So
a waltz in hell. Crazy.
He walked through the burning flames of hell, and he was defeated handily.
Oh, insane. Leave that shit alone.
But I mean, we knew Haney was gonna lose when he came out in some essentials, and I was like, "There's no way he's fighting in fear, guys, bro."
Hell no, this is crazy.
The only thing he feared was Ryan.
Help me.
Ryan is God.
He was finding some fear of Ryan's.
Fear of Ryan is nuts.
Garcia's.
So to move on to bigger and better things. Real NSO NBA playoffs is back. so far. We've had 2 generational hardwood classic games between the Knicks, 76ers. Let's overreact to NBA playoff basketball. Jax, what's your first overreaction, man?
My first overreaction is Nikola Jokic is a war criminal and he hates LeBron James, all because LeBron James did not pick him, or they let Jokic be picked last in that MVP thing. Not MVP. What is that? The All-Star game. Yeah, they let Jokic get picked last, and I feel like he's holding on to that. He's not letting the hell go, and we can see because belt to ass every single time. They've lost to
every time.
I think the Lakers have lost to the Nuggets either is it 11 or 12 straight times. 12 straight times. Like,
and it's about to be a 13th on Saturday.
And then people keep acting like these losses and stuff be close. And like last year when the Nuggets swept the Lakers, they're like, "Oh, this was the closest sweep in NBA history." None of these games are close. None of these games are close for real. Because Jokic, at the end of the day, he's just like, "All right, let me turn it on real fast," and he whoop them. That's it. The team is just too good. Jokic is too good. There's nothing they can do.
Since we're with the Nuggets and the Lakers, we'll do it like this. We'll treat every series overreaction. So we'll stay with the Nuggets, Lakers.
Okay.
Dana, what's your overreaction for this?
Overreaction is the series was lost game 2. Series was lost game 2. I'll say the series was defined in game 2. They're getting swept. Game 2 was a game that could have gave them some life. They needed that. You could argue it was game 1. It definitely was game 2. You have D'Angelo Russell damn near shoot 100% from the field or from the 3-point line. I think he went 6 for 9 or 7. That's the best he's played these 3 games. And you still lose. Jamal Murray does not have a good game, but when you need it to get done, he gets it done. On AD, your best defender. A lot of people are over it. Y'all had a 20-point lead in that game. Y'all had leads in all these games won. But this second game, the game 2, you have this lead, 20 points. Jamal Murray's not playing well. AD is being aggressive. He's going at Jokic. Jokic is probably the most skilled. He's definitely the most skilled player in the league outside of maybe Luka Doncic. You could argue. I would argue against that, but definitely the best player in the league right now. And the team really didn't have the Nuggets did not really have a good game that first half, especially from the 2 stars. But Michael Pullen, I call him Michael Pullen because every time that nigga get that ball, he's gonna pull that bitch. The only time he does not pass the ball, the only time he passes the ball is if he's off balance. If he's off balance or does not catch that ball in rhythm, he's not gonna shoot it. Watch next game. Watch.
And he gonna ask for the ball back.
He's gonna ask for the ball back and pull that shit. In game 2. In game 2, it was I think the Michael Porter, he pulls it from the 3 after
a LeBron
a missed opportunity rebound. That's another thing. The Nuggets are really, really good at offensive rebounding.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where they kill the Lakers. They give them second chance points and second chance opportunities to go at this game, which is what happened in game 2, and it definitely happened in game 3. D'Angelo Russell gets a donut. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah, that's bad.
I didn't know you was that hungry. I would have got your Shipley before the game. What the fuck?
Oh my God.
But
yeah,
it's just, and you can tell. Y'all probably saw this clip. You can tell when a team is defeated when you got niggas like LeBron and AD saying it's just basketball, or we got a replay center. Nigga, y'all had a 20-point lead. Y'all had a 20-point lead in the half. Y'all blew that. Let's talk about that.
And that's my overreaction.
Yes.
That's my overreaction. I was like, my overreaction was, y'all was a playing team to begin with.
Yeah.
Stop acting like niggas want to beat Miami so bad, bro. You a playing team for a reason. So I'm expecting you to be the best team in basketball as a playing team. You was constructed as a playing team. You still haven't been the same team since the 2020 championship team. Shit hasn't been the same. Y'all let that fake ass run last year fool y'all. Yo, y'all didn't make any. What was your pickups? Gabe Vincent, cool.
He
What?
barely even played this
He barely
season, bro.
played because he was hurt.
Oh God. So that's my overreaction. You was never gonna beat the Nuggets. I had Nuggets in 6, just being optimistic, but at the same time, like you were never gonna beat the Nuggets. This was gonna be a first round exit regardless. When you start saying shit like, "Oh, let's lose on purpose so we can play another team,"
You
so we can
already lost.
When people do stuff like that, that's already know they're not gonna win. Like you're not gonna
they're
win
not a
like that.
contender.
You already lost. Now let's be clear. They, as in the Lakers, were not saying that. They did the right thing and won the
Oh,
game.
for sure. But
That was the media saying that.
Yeah.
That was the media saying they need to lose to avoid Denver and try to play OKC was a better matchup. I.e., let's just hypothetically, because I don't even know if they would have beat OKC if they got them at the 8th spot.
they
I'm
But
here
swore
to
it
let
was
you
gonna
know.
be a walk in the park. They swore it was gonna be the walk in the park.
I'm here to let you know that
they would
OKC
not.
would have
It
whooped
may
them.
have went
They would've
6
whooped
games,
them.
but OKC would have won. But let's just say hypothetically they win that series. You still have to play Denver at some point in time.
Yeah, like
You still gotta play them.
whenever they got to face Denver, they were going to lose.
They're gonna lose.
Hell,
The
they
only
lose.
team-
They lose to. They're the worst team in the, or they're probably the worst team in the West on these playoffs, or outside of New Orleans, I guess. But even
They're the
then, New
worst
Orleans
team.
almost beat them. But
Almost
like
beat them. And
Denver
I think
would
if
beat them,
Zion wasn't
the-
hurt, they might have won the game.
the only matchup I feel like the Lakers could have possibly won, and it hurts me to say this, is against Phoenix.
That poor. And that's the next one. That's the next overreaction.
Yeah, let's get
Next
to it.
overreaction.
Let's go ahead and get to it. We can go talk about Lakers Nuggets all day, but yeah, let's get to the next one.
Before when we get to the Suns Timberwolves, I'm gonna let y'all know this is my overreaction right here. Hey, Anthony Edwards got these niggas in hell. Not just the players, they got their fans in hell. And that's why I'm finna go ahead and show y'all this TikTok. Just to show you just how impactful Anthony Edwards has been to the community. You feel me? We'll see if y'all can y'all hear stuff.
All right, Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
Would you stop him? Conan, if Anthony Edwards started kissing you, would you stop him?
No.
What?
If Anthony Edwards started kissing you, would you stop him?
Absolutely not.
If Anthony Edwards started kissing you, would you stop him?
Depends on if there was tongue involved or not, but mostly,
Well, if there was tongue involved, what?
I guess how deep it is. Like,
This
if
nigga
it's
crazy.
back to the
What
throat.
the fuck?
If it flicks, I'm okay with it.
What the fuck?
Hey,
Yeah, this nigga Michael Jordan. This nigga Michael Jordan 2.0. But Jackson, it's okay. I want to state my overreaction.
You said you want what?
I was just gonna state my overreaction.
Okay.
That's- But my overreaction is my overreaction is I think the Suns get gentlemen swept. I think they win game 4. I don't see them winning game 3. Because if they win game 3, the series is going back to Minnesota 2-2. But I think they get gentlemen swept. They do not have depth. This is what happens when you stay on that big 3 shit. First game, KD was the only real one doing work. And even Anthony Edwards did not have a good game 1 in that first half. He did not play well in that first half. But like he said, they may got KD, but we got Jayden McDaniels.
Man,
Jayden McDaniels got these niggas in hell.
bro, Jayden McDaniels is.
And I'm loving Anthony Edwards and Bradley Beal going back and forth. I love that. Because
And KD. He going back with everybody.
I'm loving seeing that. And another thing, which is why I believe if there's any team that can beat the Nuggets, is the Timberwolves. They have depth. Jayden McDaniels can give you some life off the bench or in the starting lineup. You got Mike Conley, old ass, still making threes.
Mike Conley's always been a good, but he's never been a bad.
And there was talk like, should they just get rid of Mike Conley and get a real point guard? Mike Conley is a real
point guard. The realest point guard out, bro. Like he's a perfect point guard. Like he's what you want in a point guard. So I don't.
And he does what the team needs to win. First game, he didn't really score a lot.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't need to because Jayden McDaniels Nas Reed, who has one of the low key best bags in the NBA as a
The
big.
sixth man of the year, Nas Reed.
Got these. I'm saying they got these, bro. And that's another thing with the Phoenix Suns. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna let you go, Jax. I ain't gonna lie to you. They got these niggas in hell. Kendrick Lamar already told you, fuck the big three, nigga. It's big me. Why are y'all doing this big three shit? You know what I mean? And y'all sounding like Kendrick Lamar right now. Stop out of here, nigga. Like you got y'all niggas in hell. Got y'all niggas in hell.
That's how I be when I be watching the Suns game. I already texted Greg. I was like, I just came to terms with it. They're gonna get swept. Like, I don't want KD to go out like this. He's my favorite player, but it hurts my soul. But I do, like, that was gonna be my overreaction. And you were like, you think the Timberwolves can beat the Nuggets? I do. I think the Timberwolves can make it. I think they're gonna be in the Western Conference Finals, which is crazy to say.
This is
but
crazy.
Like, I think this is time. Like, the only thing honestly holding them back is, you know what I'm gonna say, Greg, is Karl-Anthony Towns. But I feel like this could be Ant's Michael Jordan year, like the year he stops messing around and like he finally he already done took that step, but he might like turn it up for real in these playoffs.
Send a video.
I mean, their team is stacked. I think they were the number one defense in the league, so they got that going for them.
Yes.
They got Gobert. He's not gonna. Nobody can stop Jokic, so they don't got to worry about that for real. But he can harass Jamal Murray. Jaden McDaniels can harass Michael Porter. Aaron Gordon. He's good, but I think they can slow him down. So I think this could be the year.
Slow who down?
Aaron Gordon. I'm gonna say Aaron Gordon, but Aaron Gordon.
Actually, just get that nigga off the baseline. Get that nigga Aaron Gordon off the baseline. The nigga damn near had 30 points off back cuts, slot cuts, and lob dunks.
And this, like, watching this, like, just I think I texted Greg this, but like the Suns, like, I knew it was gonna be trash, but in my head I was like, all right, they just finna lock in because this 3 all-stars, they can do this. But then, like, they need a point guard. Like, they're so bad. Like, they couldn't bring up the ball. They couldn't bring the ball up the court in game 2, and I was just like, wow, this is absolutely terrible. They need a point guard, but
They need depth.
they're gonna get swept, and it don't even matter because you said what?
I said they need depth. Their best 3-point shooter on the team is hurt, and I don't know if he's coming back for game 3 tonight.
Like, the whole Bradley Beal thing, it was a bad trade in the first place. They didn't need Bradley Beal. They just needed a point guard and they needed some size. But it doesn't matter because I am all locked in on the Kevin Durant returning home to OKC. So I need them to hurry up, get swept. I need OKC to do good in the playoffs, but not win the championship. And then KD come back home and all will be right with the world.
I hope that's the case. And since we're talking about OKC, let's go ahead and overreact. OKC, there's not a lot to really overreact to outside of just, damn, I wish Zion was playing because this would have been an even more like entertaining series.
Yeah.
And still, like, even through then, like, I don't see them just getting swept, or they might get genuinely swept. Like, I feel like the Lakers are going to be the first team up out of there in the Western Conference. I just think the Pelicans are just one of those kind of teams where it's just like, all right, bro, like we're not going away.
I think the Pelicans will get swept, but like I think it's going to be the last what was it, game 2 or game 3? That was the last game. Game 2, it wasn't close, but game 1 was. I think they're going to keep it close, relatively close the rest of the series. But I do think they're going to get swept. But it's just because they don't got Zion, and so.
It's the closest.
But Trey Murphy and Herb Jones.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
They might need to trade CJ or trade Ingram and build around Zion and both of them because they cold.
I told you about Trey Murphy is fucking cold.
Trey Murray, he make the threes that hurt.
Yeah. He got a high arc for it.
He like Michael Porter. He them shots hurt when they go in.
And he got hops.
And he does. He's very long, can defend. Same with Herb Jones, probably two of the best wing perimeter defenders.
Yeah, Herb Jones, great dude. I didn't know he like got better at shooting the way because he wasn't. Mm-hmm. He was never like a super good like scorer like that.
And then even that other guard they have,
Alvarado.
You
talking about Alvarado?
Yeah, Alvarado.
Yeah,
he played really good defense, gets a lot of steals, and gives them that energy off the bench. But yeah, I don't know. Brandon Ingram is, I don't know, he's like been ghosting this series. And even in the play-in tournament.
Yeah, I remember
Didn't
that.
have a good game. The only reason why they won against Sacramento is because they got their number.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I guess my overreaction is Pelicans might get swept. And game 2 the message I got from game 2 from the Thunder was like, y'all should have got us in game 1.
Yeah.
And now y'all fucked
Yeah,
up.
y'all fucked up.
So
If
like,
they
now
got
we
him
got
in
the
game 1, they
story.
would have had momentum. But Thunder was like, nah.
Nah,
It
it
might
stopped
be.
right here. I think
Yes.
and then going into the Eastern Conference, we'll try to do as quick as we can.
Wait, no, we gotta get Dallas and LA real fast.
Dallas. Oh, I'm tripping. Dallas and
Yeah.
Clippers. I'm tripping.
I think that one's gonna be the most competitive series. I still don't know who's gonna win that one. I still don't know. That's all I can say. I still don't know who's gonna win.
For me, I stand pat on what I said. Mavs and 5. Mavs and 5. That is my overreaction. I saw Chris.
You don't believe in Kawhi? Dana finna say.
I saw Chris Paul courtside at that Clippers game, and I was just like, y'all thought the Clippers was finna win with that man in that building? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Mavs and 5. If this is how we going with it, Mavs and 5.
My overreaction is the complete opposite. No, I'm playing. I do think the series is more competitive than that. I guess my overreaction is Kawhi Leonard will be the defining factor of this series.
Yes, he will.
And a lot of people are not talking about this. People are like, oh, who's gonna guard Luka when Kawhi he's recovering? Do y'all not see Terrence Mann making it hard for him? Yes, he's still scoring 30, but half his points are coming contested, or he does not like Terrence Mann guard him.
And also, like asking a question like who's guarding Luka, that's not a productive question because at the end of the day, like it's Luka. Like some players just like who's guarding Luka, who's guarding KD, who's guarding LeBron, who's guarding like Jokic. Like you can't guard these people, so it's a moot point. It don't really matter who's guarding them. They're gonna
the key to this, I will say, the key to this series is Zubac. If they can keep having him dominate Daniel Gafford and PJ Washington, then they can win this series in like 6 games. But and get those bigs in foul trouble. Derek get all of them in foul trouble early through Zubac, playing through Zubac. That's how they're going to win this game. Like you said, you cannot stop Luka necessarily. You can slow him down, but the dude already slow foot. He control the pace. And then the same with Kyrie. You can try to slow him down and just hope his other teammates miss their shots. But it's like the main thing is, and this is probably the same theme for all the other teams, you cannot have their other ancillary pieces go off for almost 30 points. You can't have that.
Yeah.
You can't have
PJ Washington.
Or even on the opposite side, you can't have one of your stars just not perform.
Yeah.
With the other role players doing their thing and going off. This is not a recipe for success.
That's fair.
I think the league is too good for that now. Maybe you saw more of that back then. I think that before like the Cavs Warriors kind of like back and forth, and I would say even prior before that, you could kind of get away with your 2 stars or your big 3 taking over the game and winning the series, winning some games in the series. You can't do that no more. People are too good now.
Yeah.
And teams are too top heavy.
Yeah.
And teams are too well coached to understand or make adjustments to those top heavy teams. Okay. I.e. Mike Malone. Mike Malone loves playing the Lakers. He loves it.
That nigga be embellishing, boy. He ready for it, yo. He ready. That's a bet. And I think going into the Eastern Conference with the overreactions, we'll definitely go through these pretty quick. But we're gonna start with
let's start with somebody that we gotta start with the Orlando and Cleveland because nobody cares about that.
To be game of the week, you know what I mean? 10 game of the week, you feel me? Cavaliers versus Magic. What is our overreactions? I'm gonna go ahead and start my overreaction. I'm a little surprised that I have not seen Evan Mobley do Evan Mobley things. You feel me? You know what I mean?
Good Evan Mobley things or bad Evan Mobley things.
So I'm like, okay, all right, not too bad, not too bad. Because you know how I feel about it. I just never see a positive highlight of Evan Mobley on Bleacher Report. He's the brand. He's
Sir,
our. This is our generation's Brandon Knight. I keep saying that. You feel me?
Because
But
he can't shoot.
but they tried to compare him to Tim Duncan, and I'm not letting that. I'm not letting
Terrible.
that was
Terrible.
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 Fucking terrible.
My reaction with this, I've been told Greg this a couple times, bro. It's just I'm not Mavericks, but the Magic. They need nobody on the Magic can score, bro. It's just Paolo and Franz. They have 3 non-scorers on the court at all times because none of their guards can score, and then they might have Jonathan Isaac, and like he will always shoot. So shout out to him. He misses them, but at least he'll. This is just a side note, real fast, but like that's why people hate Ben Simmons because he wouldn't even attempt the 3. Like just do it. Like Jonathan Isaac, he'll shoot 1 for 6 or 1 for 7. That's fine as long as the threat is there. But like they have no one that can score, and it hurts them because Paolo, he's trying to do everything, and Paolo's great, Franz is great, but nobody. They just need a scoring guard. Like imagine if Bradley Beal was there, like it'd work. I feel like they just need a scorer, an extra scorer. Give the Suns one of those guards that suck and give him Bradley Beal.
I don't trust Bradley Beal right now, nigga. I ain't gonna lie to you. Nigga just be pissing me off just to piss me off. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. My overreaction for the series, whichever team is the first one to win a road game will win the series, and I predict that to be the Cavs in Game 4. And through that, I have Cavs in 5.
Yeah.
I want the Magic to win because I think what the Cavs did was kind of weak. They lost the game on purpose near the end of the series to try to avoid Boston, just to still meet them early.
Like you're still gonna like they were never gonna. Why are they doing? They were never gonna make the finals. So it don't even.
They had the chance to be the number 2 seed and lost, basically tanked the game. So for that, I do not like the Cavs.
They pussy.
Yeah, they kind of weak for that. So that's why I'm kind of rooting for the Magic. But it's like Jack said, they cannot score. And if you're not going to be able to stop Donovan Mitchell, you can't. There's only so much shit you can do. Now,
yeah. I said Orlando in 7, but after watching Orlando, I don't like watching them. I don't like watching them niggas play, bro.
After their game 1, all their games have been on NBA TV.
Yeah, I feel
game
bad.
One, only game on TNT. Every other game has been on NBA TV.
Yeah, I get it because fuck them niggas, and I feel bad for
Actually, I have one more reaction, and I just want to share my screen with y'all really, really fast about this. Yeah, I just need Jalen Suggs. You gotta let it go, bro. You gotta let it go, bro. That's my reaction. Jalen Suggs, you gotta let it go, bro. Like,
crazy.
He just has to. He gotta let it go. He gotta let it go.
Yeah, we're good, bro. There's no way. Moving on. We'll go Pacers, Bucks. Overreactions to Pacers, Bucks. I'm gonna go ahead and say I stand pat. Pacers in 6. I don't give a fuck what's going on.
If Giannis don't come back, I think the Pacers might have it.
Pacers in 6. Yeah, people wanted to overreact to that game 1. I was like, yo, stay the fucking course, nigga. They have Doc Rivers. They have Doc. Even if they go up 3-1, they have Doc Rivers. I'm not concerned right now.
My overreaction is Doc Rivers will be fired after the series because I do not think they can win. And I low-key think they're going to do the same for Darvin Ham after this series. And I don't think that's fair for Darvin Ham.
I don't think they can fire him, bro.
It's never fair for any coach who is like, I like LeBron, but any coach that coaches with LeBron, they're never going to get a fair.
I agree. They're never going to get the shout out there. They're never going to get credit. They always get the blame for when they lose, but when they win, it's the team.
When Ty Lue was with the Cavs, people was like, "Oh, Ty Lue, he's not good. It's all LeBron." Ty Lue, one of the best coaches in the NBA. Like, so,
yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, the more I react because they can't beat one team.
The more I think about it, though, with this Pacers, matchup.
Bucks.
Yeah, I think I think the Bucks could win even without Giannis. Now that I think about it, just off the strength of Glorilla, bro. Because she had Dame acting different, bro. She had Dame acting. That's all I'm gonna say. She got him acting different.
Is that a real thing? Are they? Like,
He got Dame acting the same though.
I don't know.
He just got Dame out of his slump, bro. We know what Dame is, bro. He be
But
playoffs.
he needed that to get out the slump. She was wearing the glow Lillard jersey, or like he needed that to get out the slump, bro.
I think the divorce got him back, and I feel like
He
Damian
got
Lillard,
divorced though. He got divorced like last year,
like coming into the season. Okay, I mean,
and now he got him, a nice, upstanding young woman who's, boosting his morale,
don't play
among other things.
Yeah, man, that's basically Chance the Rapper right there, man. I see the resurgence, man. I see the resurgence. That divorce, I ain't gonna lie. I just saw a snippet of what Chance the Rapper just dropped. I think my nigga back, man. I think my nigga's back. So yeah, you might be onto something. You might be onto something. And I would rather see, Damian Lillard continue playing in the playoffs. So I hope you're right. But and Doc Rivers, I do not trust.
We don't trust you, Doc Rivers. We still don't trust you, Doc Rivers.
We don't trust you. We still don't trust you.
Knicks 76ers.
I think I'm gonna go first. If Joel Embiid's name was Draymond Green, we would be all over this nigga's antics. But because he's not, we just let it slide. We're like, oh, he won MVP. We love Philly. That's just that toughness. Nigga, did you see what that nigga did yesterday? If that was Draymond, he been suspended.
No, yo, but you
gotta carry that same energy. Fuck this superstars. If his name was Draymond Green or Dylan Brooks or Pat Bev, he'd have a suspension.
Nah, but how do you feel about the fans that would say, my nigga got Bill Posey though?
Did you hear about that, Dana?
I did. And I'm like, he still can see what he doing. He still knows what he doing. I don't
Hey, trying to sell Bill Posey mid-game is kind of crazy. Hey, whoa, I didn't know.
Why?
That's crazy.
He's still out there.
He dropped 50 last night.
Why is he has Bell's palsy? Isn't that what the dude in Breaking Bad had?
My granny had that. Shout out to you.
Conway the Machine has that. He has a Conway face. Do you know what Conway the Machine looks like, Dana?
Yes.
I think I'd have to see him. I don't know.
Oh my god.
Wait, is he the one that makes the noise too?
Nah.
Is he like, he don't do
they
that?
all make the noise, but he got this face. Like, what are we doing, bro? Why is he playing basketball?
I'm like, he's like Frankenstein, just playing with everything. But my overreaction is, if that nigga's name was Draymond Green, we would be talking about this a lot more. And because he's not, we're just letting it slide. Because he had a good 4 or 5 cheap shots. He hit 2. He hit Hartenstein and Mitchell Robinson in the groin. Damn near took Mitchell Robinson's legs out in midair.
No, I would have punched him. If he did that, I would have punched him. Like, okay, I'm suspended. I would have broke his face.
So because of that, I think the Knicks are going to come back in Game 4 with a vengeance, and it's going to be ugly. People are going to be – and because in most of these series, especially in this Knicks 76ers series, they let them play. I know I'll talk about this a little bit. Game 2, Nick Nurse.
He got jumped. He got mugged at the end of that game, bro. They were stomping him out. Yes, they stomped him out at the end of that game.
They did, but they didn't call it. And then he traveled because he fell. But my thing is, they talk about Nick Nurse or calling a timeout. Nick Nurse, you was calling a timeout when the ball was already turned over. It's too late. And you ain't really want to call that timeout no fucking way. You told over here like, oh, the ref didn't hear me. Nigga, if you don't get in his face, if you watch that replay, he doesn't start motioning the T until the ball is already in, I think, DiVincenzo's hands. It's in a Knicks player's hands at that time. It's too late. And they even still had a chance to win that game if they cleaned glass. But Hartenstein came out of nowhere like Batman from a building in Gotham City, and DiVincenzo shot it and saved the game. But That's my. Those are, I guess, my two overreaction / hot takes for those series.
I still think the Knicks are going to end up winning this series. Just off the strength. And
I think so too.
Like low key, like the writing's on the wall with his career. I feel like he's not lasting too many more seasons. I don't think. I think I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. And when it comes to the Knicks, yo, I'm not gonna lie to you. My biggest overreaction, if I haven't already said it, I just think the Knicks. I need them to continue. I need them to continue winning, bro. I need them to continue winning, bro. This is.
When we see you in the finals, bring that same energy, nigga.
Yeah, not gonna lie to you. I need to continue to see these fans, bro. I'm sorry, and I don't know why they keep saying "fuck LeBron" and LeBron's a bitch. And if we see him,
like LeBron's not gonna be. You're not seeing him in the finals.
But I need, bro. We had that conversation about like energy just be different in other stadiums and other arenas. This is the shit I be talking about, bro. Like Houston don't never do no shit like this. Bro, like I'm telling you, bro, New York, we was talking about, New York will never prosper, Bro, I just need them to do, God forbid these niggas ever go to the finals. I might pull up the MSG. Because I gotta see the energy, bro. I gotta see it, bro. This is after game 2 of the first round.
And they playing Philly. And Philly in New York is like a foot what? They're very close in that same area.
Different,
God forbid play Boston, New York, and Boston don't fuck with each other. They play Boston in the conference finals and win. And speaking of Boston, we actually get into that series right now because my overreaction to that series is Boston is scared of Miami. They're scared of the Heat. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. They're scared of them. They did not want. They were praying that they won that 7-8 series, and they didn't.
And I don't want to step on your overreaction. I just want to say mine real fast and just get out of here. But
go ahead.
I will never doubt the Miami Heat. That's my overreaction. I'm never doubting the Heat. That's all I had to say about this because I thought that was gonna be trash, and they just started whooping niggas. So I'll never doubt the Miami Heat. Yeah. But you can continue, Dana.
No, I mean that was pretty much it. I agree with what you said. Never doubt the Heat. Never doubt the Heat until they're out.
I'll never doubt the Miami Heat
out
with Eric Spoelstra.
Never doubt them.
Never doubt the Heat with Spoelstra.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. They called me a madman. They had me really convinced. I was convinced. Jax really got me off the list. Like, bro, they're not a good team. They're not.
They're not a good. The Heat are not a good team. They are bad. Eric Spoelstra is just great at his job.
I think the thing is, are you talking about the Heat? I thought you were talking about the Celtics. I'm like, the difference between the Celtics, they take too many threes, and it's like, there's still some. What separates Boston from Denver, the two top teams in their respective conferences, in my opinion, is there's still some skepticism with Boston because they beat themselves too much. Denver, they may be down, but they're never out. And it's like they have their players, their role players just play, they maximize their ability. And I would argue this Denver team is not as good as their team they won with last year because their bench isn't as deep. But their players are still just as good. They still performing. They're a younger team. And I think that's where they can.
The young players stepped up as well. Like just
very
to
much.
Speak about Denver real fast. With like Brown and Watson, they've been stepping up. So
exactly. And then you got Michael Pullett Jr. and Aaron Gordon just going crazy.
Yeah, every year they do what you call it. Every year there's a new player. In Miami, every year there's a new player. This year it's Naismith. Where nobody was like, who the fuck is this? They got Naismith on the roster. And now this nigga is playing lights out. And every time Boston runs into Miami or they find out that they're playing Miami, I really feel like it really be on some shit like that, bro. Like they really just don't understand what the fuck is going on. This is one of the, and then Shannon Sharp will be one of these niggas that be like, OKC is by far the weakest number 1 seed I've ever seen.
Oh my
I
God.
think
I hate when people say shit like that,
think
bro. Shut up.
Boston. I think Boston is the weakest 64 win roster I've ever seen in my life.
Like what the hell are you? What are you literally talking when you say that?
64 win team. You just better be glad. I just think you won 64 games because the East is so fucking weak. You get a chance to play.
I don't know about that one, Greg. I don't know about that.
You get a chance to play DC.
You gotta beat some Western teams to get at least 55.
Yeah, but
you gotta beat some of the Western teams to get 55 wins.
I mean, but Dan, look at the East playoffs. Look at the East playoffs. Cleveland, Orlando,
DC 4 times, Charlotte 4 times, the Pistons 4 times. Nigga, the Rockets played these niggas 4 times. We be talking about a different team right now. We be in a fucking playing game. What are we talking about? Now I'm trying to get off my Rocket shit. We was 41 and 41. If we was on the Eastern side, we would be in the fucking playoffs. No cap. We'd be in that playing game, and I swore we would have beat Chicago. Chicago's not a good team.
No.
Bro, niggas was so bad, we convinced ourselves that Chicago would beat Miami. The double dunk Chicago Bulls was going to go into the playoffs. Fuck out of here, bro. This is the weakest 64 win team I've ever seen in my fucking life.
The weakest 64 win team is crazy.
Because that's how, I mean, if this is the energy we have for OKC, I feel the same way about Boston.
But see,
I don't have that energy for OKC. I'm just saying.
But see, here's the thing, Skip. Here's the thing, Shannon. Like I said earlier, you gotta beat some Western teams to get 55 games. So I'm like, I don't know if I'll go that far. It's just Boston has a tendency to beat themselves in games that they should not be losing. And I think that's the most frustrating thing if you're a Boston Celtics fan, is like this team is too good to be giving up games like this. Like arguably, you could argue maybe outside of Miami, which we're seeing right now, they could go undefeated to the fucking finals, like in the East.
That's what they should be doing.
They should be sweeping people.
Because
let's say they make it out this series, because I think this series is gonna go longer than it should be. Let's say they make it out this series against Miami, and they get Cleveland, I can see them sweeping that series because just like Orlando has trouble scoring outside of Donovan Mitchell and Max Strus, they have a problem scoring as well. So I'm like, if you can just guard them, because they don't really have no good defenders outside of Evan Mobley. But then again, he can't shoot. He couldn't throw it in the ocean off an island. But
he's be buckling.
Sort of one, like, or not one, but like two last points about this before we move on with the Boston thing. Like, one, I just don't think there's like this main core of Boston that they have right now with like Tatum, Brown, and whoever else, because they be adding people subtract. I guess the main core of like Tatum and Brown, I don't think they're gonna get a championship. I don't think it's gonna happen. And then another observation I just had, like with the Heat, I know Dame is so mad because if Dame just went to the Heat, all teams involved minus the Celtics, I guess, would be better. Because like the Celtics, they'd still be good even though they didn't have Drew Holiday. They'd still be solid. The Heat would have Dame, which is that extra scorer they need, take some pressure off Jimmy Butler. The Heat would be cooking the Celtics right now if they had Dame. And then the Bucks would still have Drew Holiday, which is who they needed the whole time. But
yeah,
it is what it is.
To play defense.
Yeah, that would be tough. And I'll say this. And was that all the teams?
Yeah.
Now to get into the real meat and potatoes of this podcast. The real reason why we brought Dana here
to discuss Reggie Bush getting his Heisman.
No, that's true. Yeah.
We don't gotta say nothing. Shout out to Reggie Bush. He got his Heisman back.
It was should have been happening. Should have never got to. Like, if I was Reggie Bush, I would have acted like I lost it.
He should have done like OJ and stole it back, even though OJ went to prison. But neither here nor there. But
a respectable career, a very mid draft class. That nobody wants to talk about, but a historical college year. But that being said, let's talk about some other Heismans. Let's talk about some other draftees that just got drafted. Not overreactions, but we just gonna say, are predictables. We know that Caleb Williams was going to go number 1.
Yep.
We had some interesting dialogue, some pump fake going on with number 2, but it ended up being Jayden Daniels.
They had KD, but the Commanders got Jayden Daniels.
Jayden Daniels, not McDaniels, Daniels. And then number 3, because people didn't got Daniels, because I think Patriots really wanted Jayden Daniels, they went and got Drake May, the best white quarterback available. The best white quarterback available. Then things got a little interesting. Because at the 8th pick, the Atlanta Falcons selected a left-handed quarterback by the first name of Michael. And all the dogs was, clutching their pearls. You feel me? It was a little animosity, a little PTSD. You know what I mean? Real QB1. I want to go down the line. How did y'all feel about this? At this point, how did y'all feel about it? Take me through what's going on, man.
This draft was so damn weird, bro. Like, even though we're only talking about like the top right now, but like this draft was so damn weird. And the Falcons getting like me and Greg, we done been said we think Michael Penix is gonna be like, we think him and Caleb are gonna be like the 2 best quarterbacks in this class. Like we believe in Michael Penix.
Oh God.
But then the Falcons drafting Michael, it was just stupid to me because like they just signed Kirk Cousins to a 4-year deal, $180 million total, $100 million guaranteed. Like, was Kirk Cousins just like a smokescreen so they can draft Michael Penix? Like, it don't make sense. And then like Kirk, he got the 4-year contract. I think he only gonna make like 2 years out of it and then retire because he's already like 36 or something. He done had like all them injuries and this, that, and the third. But like Michael Penix, he finna be 24, which grand scheme of things, not that old. But like for NFL quarterbacks, they start looking at you like, oh, you're old. And then so in like 2 years, he'll be 26. Like, it's just, what the hell? I don't get it, bro. I don't get it.
Dana, go ahead.
Yeah, I was definitely shocked when that happened. Also, I was very pleased to see he was surrounded by his family, a lot of melanin and a lot of black people,
Man,
white partner in the background. So I'm very glad to see that. But I was very shocked. So I'm like, didn't y'all just pay Kirk Cousins $100 million? And y'all need defense. Y'all not playing them unless they know something about Kirk Cousins we don't know. Unless they know now. It seemed like, damn, are the Falcons just saying fuck you to the Broncos and the Raiders? Because they need a quarterback. They need a quarterback.
Oh, they got a quarterback.
Now,
don't piss me off, Greg. On Twitter, though, there were people who were saying that Michael Penix, like there was like a whole lot of smoke with like, I think the Raiders want to trade up to get him in the top 10, and so did the Broncos. So I guess that's why the Falcons did that. But it's just like, damn, bro, what?
Like y'all could have gotten an edge rusher or someone on the defensive end, especially because the Kirk Cousins signing told the world y'all are in win now mode. Like y'all are trying to make trying to win the division because it's very suspect, and y'all are trying to make a deep playoff run. Y'all think y'all the Detroit Lions.
We don't see.
We're about to say we'll see, but maybe they believe they can find some people in the second round on defense. I just think like there are a lot of impact players that y'all could have got at that 8th pick, because a lot of people are trying to say, oh well, and I somewhat agree. Like I get drafting for the future,
but not when you're a win now. Like
exactly. It just didn't make sense on the surface. I'm not even gonna say it's stupid. It's just
my whole issue is like
interesting.
They're in win now, and why not draft a player that can help you, that can play now? Because we said, we think Michael Penix is good. He's a good player, but
I agree.
He's not gonna you can't play 2 quarterbacks at the same time. Like he's not gonna get on the field. So it's just like, what?
I saw a tweet. There was like, this nigga Desmond Ridder was so bad. They brought in Kirk Cousins and his replacement in the same year, in the same calendar.
Hey, just in case a nigga go down, we never want to see that nigga.
We don't ever want to see Desmond.
We don't ever want to see Desmond Ridder back in an Atlanta
under
jersey.
any circumstances. Here's how I felt about it. I got Jackson's text. He was like, yo, it got spoiled for me. Yeah, and normally when he says some shit like that, I'm like, oh. something crazy happened. I'm thinking maybe they traded or something. So I thought something was crazy, but I still was surprised when I saw the news. I was like, "Oh, fuck out of here." So
I saw it on Twitter. I thought it was fake. I was like, "This can't be a real." It was
that's
real,
fucking crazy. So, how I viewed it was, if I was and this is some real shit. If I'm a Falcons fan, you could sell me, and this is under the pretense of we had the Riddler. So we had bad quarterback play. You could sell me on overpaying for Kirk Cousins to be my quarterback. You could sell me on drafting Michael Penix. There is no way you could convince me to do both of those things in the same offseason. That's just crazy. That's just crazy. And then when I say this, people gonna be like, "Oh, Greg, you're kind of blown out of proportions. I don't think it was this." I'm gonna be honest with you. I think they drafted him and forgot that they signed Kirk Cousins, nigga. That's all.
Because even Arthur Blank was like,
you saw him come down. He was like,
"What the hell are you doing
here, guys?
Like, what are we doing?" And he was trying to keep his composure. I'm like, my nigga, like, what the fuck are we doing? I really think
Arthur Blank was like, "Nigga, you got 10 seconds to explain this before your ass on them streets."
Yeah, and he was like, they was trying to do the what you call it. They was trying to do. They was trying to do like the comparison of like the Jordan Love thing, and I was like, "Yo, stop it right there.
That's not the same.
This is not the same. This is not the same because you're not dealing with an old quarterback." And on top of that, Jordan Love was 21.
Like 20s.
He was 21 when that happened, so you had time to grow.
And Jordan Love, they didn't trade up super far or whatever. Jordan Love was I think it was like the 21st overall pick or something like that. That's a lot different than 8. Like
exactly, bro. Like, what are we doing? And they didn't sign Aaron Rodgers at the time for like $100 million, like this in like 4 weeks prior. So I'm looking at this and I'm just like, man, no matter what, Kyle Pitts better have some touchdowns. Somebody better have some touchdowns. God damn it. Let's talk about another quarterback that I wanted to talk about, even though Jax doesn't want to talk about it. Broncos country.
Before we get to that, we have to talk about the pick before that, the 11th overall pick, Olu Fashanu. Because we need to talk about he's an offensive tackle, and I know exactly where he got it from, bro. I know exactly where his technique came from. He has a mom that is the best blocking prospect we've ever seen.
Man.
Let me share my screen. This is Olu Fashanu getting drafted with his mom and his dad, I guess, next to him.
New York Jets.
Yeah! And unfortunately, I guess this white woman is his girlfriend, and she cannot get close to that man at all. Oh yeah, she tried her hardest.
Yeah.
Like, why was she even there? I feel like look at her. She's trying. It's not.
First of all, why the fuck is she on that couch?
Exactly. Man, let me see if they get to where they stand up. Look at the mom got in. It's a holding penalty, mom, but we'll allow it. We'll allow it.
That's interference.
He get up. He think, oh, maybe this could be my chance. Mom's still there.
At that point, you just gotta let it go. You're gonna have your chance with him.
She tried. She tried it.
That's my quarterback.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Shout out to her. Shout out. That's a real mom.
It's Michael Orr.
You seen that picture? It was like a couple drafts ago. It was like one dude, and he was black or whatever. Everybody around him was white, and there was like this many white people around your granny is crazy.
Yeah, I did see that. I forgot which draft pick that was, but yes, it was a lot of weird draftees.
A lot of weird drafts. And last one, Bills, Buffalo. What the fuck? Y'all need a receiver. Y'all traded y'all's pick just to give the one quarterback.
Helping Kansas City's insane.
Helping Kansas City's crazy. The team that has y'all's number.
Y'all gave him Xavier Worthy.
Y'all gave him Xavier Worthy. First of all, Xavier Worthy just guaranteed himself a good 5 years in the league through that 140 time. He's 5 years and a good 100.
I watched him at Texas. He's not really the deep threat type guy. He's more like Tank Dell. And like Tank Dell is a deep threat, but like he's more like route runner type stuff. So he's gonna be good for the Chiefs.
My fucking
Yes.
God, he's going to have. He's secured a Super Bowl ring.
About to be Tyreek Hill 2.0 with that kind of speed.
Jesus
Good
Christ.
luck.
But I heard the Bills did that though because, and then they ended up trading out of the first round altogether. I heard they did that because they're trying to trade with like the 49ers or the Bengals for one of T. Higgins, Brandon Ayuk, and Deebo Samuel. And I think there's a report today that the Niners are more likely to trade Deebo. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see. Deebo's always hurt, so I can see why they would do that. But yeah, we'll see what happens.
That's what's up, man. And lastly, before we get up out of here for the draft, I do want to talk about Broncos country. Let's ride. Let's ride, Jax. Pause. No diddy.
We're editing that out.
Oh shit. Man, look. Having a QB competition with Bo Nix and Zach Wilson, I'm telling you right now, I need a Hard Knocks in that bitch right now.
Hard Knocks would go crazy.
I need
in Denver?
Yes.
Hard Knocks
I need Hard Knocks for that, bro. I need it.
I don't know. I don't know if I want a Hard Knocks. I don't know. I don't know.
Zach Wilson, Bo Nix, Sean Payton. We need it.
Bro, if he was pissed off with Russell Wilson, I can't imagine what he'll be pissed off with when Zach Wilson do some shit. When Bo Nix does some shit, bro. I needs that, bro. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't know what better team to do it for.
I wouldn't have drafted Bo Nix, but I think I sort of see the vision. Before I get to hating on this, I think I sort of see the vision because they're up in Denver or whatever, and there's like the elevation, so the air thin. Like Bo Nix, he don't got an arm for real, but like the air thinner, he can throw it a little bit further up there. So like, I guess, and he's gonna. Sean Payton will probably try to recreate that Drew Brees offense from like his last few years, where it's just like dink and dunk type stuff. So maybe that can work.
I think,
but
doubling down.
But it won't work because Bo Nix is not a good football player. But I like
Bo Nix has the same problem age-wise as Michael Penix. They're old. They're like in their mid-20s.
They're both 24. But the thing is, Bo Nix is bad. Like he's not a good. It don't like he was.
You're saying he's bad. Like he didn't have a good season at Oregon, but he was not like that in Auburn. He played four. He
been in college. That nigga been in college for 8 years. He played 4 years at Auburn. He was trash all 4 of them years. He transferred to Oregon. He had a good season because everybody at Oregon is fast, bro. Like there was a stat, and it was like I can't remember like specifically, but it was like 90% or something like a very high percentage. It was over 70. I know that much, but it was like over 70% of his yards come yards after catch. So, like, he just got these yards because everybody on his team was fast. Bo Nix is not a good quarterback. He's not an NFL quarterback. He will not be good. And Sean Payton will be fired. And so, it's sort of a win because I don't like the way he did Russell Wilson. And now he's going to be cursed with the ghost of Bo Nix and Zach Wilson. So,
my thing is, they already got 3 quarterbacks in that quarterback room. Somebody getting cut.
They got 3 quarterbacks who are all trash. So
3, like, and they just added Bo Nix.
How do you go to the draft and get worse? Like that doesn't.
Because they wanted to get a quarterback regardless, and I think they was like, "Yo, no matter what, we're getting a quarterback." And I think that they thought JJ McCarthy was finna fall. They thought that they would at least get Michael Penix because who the fuck was going to get him at 8? And then once they got down to 11, they were like, "Well, fuck." I don't think Bo Nix was their primary target. It was like
Bo Nix was nobody's primary target. They were just like shit.
Actually, I disagree with you, Greg. I think it was either him or JJ McCarthy. I think the Raiders were like, "Whoa, fuck!"
Well, yeah, no, the Raiders.
Everyone's gone. What do we do?
Yeah, the Raiders.
I think Brock Bowers can at least help out. Aiden O'Connell. Maybe they might find a Brock Purdy.
I think they got Gardner Minshew. Gardner Minshew, he's probably
Gardner Minshew is good.
And then I think they're gonna get
he can start and play some games because he definitely kept Indiana alive.
I think they're gonna draft Spencer Rattler in the second round. And honestly, Spencer Rattler, he's he's more talented. Like Spencer Rattler, he would have been a better pick than Bo Nix. Like I wouldn't have drafted him in the first round, of course, but he has way more talent than Bo Nix.
Hell no.
Spencer, you've never seen Spencer Rattler play.
I've definitely seen Spencer Rattler, bro.
Every time.
Bro,
He's just an asshole. People just don't like him.
he will be Desmond Riddler. He will be Desmond Riddler.
That's better than Bo Nix. I'll tell you that much.
He will be Desmond Riddler.
That's better than Bo Nix. I'll tell you that much. Because Bo Nix will be Zach Wilson.
He gonna be better. Oh, I don't know. You're not gonna have me out here defending white people. So I'm cool. Do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. He will be the next Desmond. He is Desmond Riddler 2.0. Mark my words.
I don't know. We might need to start a whole new thing for. He might be Nathan Peterman.
Nate Peterman is crazy.
I think he's still in the NFL too.
Josh Rosen.
Josh Rosen.
Man. I thought Josh Rosen was gonna be so good.
I thought he was gonna be
Bro,
good. I'm like, oh, they're hating on him. He's gonna come out and bust their ass. He's gonna be the next Aaron Rodgers.
Psych.
He was not.
Fucking. Well, hey, he is. He has some right wing views. So he wasn't all the way wrong. So but let's go ahead and get into the real hot takes of the week. Who want to go first?
I need to pull up a video for my hot take, so it shall not be me.
Dana, do you have something?
I'll say one. It's kind of something I've already been saying, and this doesn't really have anything to do with sports, but Marvel just needs to stop digging around. Marvel needs to stop digging around with Sony. Sony just needs to not even like they really just need to sell Spider-Man. Like get rid of Spider-Man. Spider-Man is like the child with the divorced parents. You hang out with you're hanging out with the MCU on weekends. They got shared custody with Spider-Man. They need to stop that shit. Marvel Studios, y'all got the money. Y'all have the money. Y'all spend all these billions. I don't care what the fuck Sony is asking for. Buy it. It's gonna pay dividends. It's gonna pay dividends later on. Because y'all
been holding this one in for a minute.
Hell yeah.
Y'all are struggling.
Good shit, bro.
Y'all, God rest his soul. Y'all are looking for that next phase because it was supposed to be Chadwick Boseman, but unfortunately, he passed in this very stuff. And y'all thought it was gonna be Doctor Strange. Y'all niggas don't even like magic like that. You know they don't trust magic.
You niggas don't even like magic like that,
Y'all,
niggas.
They know they don't.
Y'all not magicians, bro. Y'all not wizards.
Don't
even know warlocks. Niggas don't have a book of spells.
Y'all don't do tricks for real.
It's because look at how they treat Doctor Strange in his movies. They don't trust Doctor Strange to hold a franchise, and he's not really around. Doctor Strange does more Doctor Strange shit in other movies outside of his own movies.
You're right.
And now they're kind of righting the ship and trying to do something different with X-Men, or maybe they can hope it's like the Fantastic Four and all that. We know who it should be, and they know who it should be. They're just fucking around. Stop it. Stop. Just stop. Y'all know who it should be. Just buy Spider-Man. Sony clearly don't know what they're doing with that IP. Just save the world from. That's my hot take.
That's a bet. I fuck with this hot take because they are fucking around. When you put it like that, they are digging around. They are fucking around. Since you have a video, I'll go ahead and knock mine out next because it's not that big of a deal. All right, man. Mine is not sports related either. My hot take of the week. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I believe. I don't know if segregation is the word, but some jobs just need to be gender inclusive. I think some jobs need to just only have a certain gender. I should never, and I say this with experience from what I had to deal with yesterday, there should never be a man doing Instacart. You niggas do not know how to grocery shop for real.
I'm not grocery shopping hard, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not one of them.
Look, I'm not. Hey, respect the hustle. I need a woman. Yo, there is no reason you are replacing an apple with an onion. There is no reason for
What?
There is no reason for you to just be out here just taking forever and then say, "Hey, we ain't got it," knowing damn well if I go to that store, I'm gonna be able to find it. It's just in the next hour. You're
That's
too
why
lazy to
you
do it.
shop for yourself, bro. You lazy, bro.
I don't have a car. I don't have a car right now. But
I'll be like that.
you know what I mean? It's just, you know what I mean? I ain't got no choice right now. Type shit. And it's just like, my nigga. And then then the nigga don't know what he doing with the GPS. He's like, yo, I'm here. He's not even here. He's at a different address 20 minutes away. He said, this is not your address. I was like, this literally is. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. You telling me what the fuck? I'm here. What are you talking about?
I'm sitting here right now. What do you mean?
I'm literally outside. I'm seeing shit. You not even bagging the shit correctly. You got shit on top of the eggs and shit. Yo, nigga. You know what I mean? This is why I take a stand, bro. Why is the bread at the bottom? Why are the eggs at the bottom? Y'all wilding. Niggas should not be you should not be doing grocery shopping apps. If you're gonna do any of these delivery apps, the food need to be already done and you just handing it to somebody. We giving men too many responsibilities when it comes to certain jobs. And this is where I'm like, yo, ladies, just handle it. I will tip you well, because I will never in my life go through no shit like this ever again. I take.
Oh my goodness. All right, I got this.
That's hilarious.
All right, my hot take. Let me pull up the videos. And I'm glad you mentioned segregation, Greg, because it is part of my hot take.
I'm glad I didn't use segregation.
I need my O lineman to look like this. I need my O lineman to look at this. He looks like the Pillsbury Doughboy. He's just 6'8". No aura, no chains, no nothing. He just straight lunch pill, straight get to work. I need my O lineman to look like that. I need my D lineman to look like this. I need my defensive tackles. This is a D lineman who dressed like that. That's a first team All Pro right there. I need not a white woman in sight. Gucci belt, ripped jeans.
You said what?
Not a white woman in sight. He got the Gucci belt. He got the ripped jeans. You see the chain with the pendant.
Bro,
grill in his mouth.
Bro. His father got these shorts on, and it's really killing me right now.
He looked like he's from Dallas, bro. They look just like a Dallas. I need my D lineman to look like for trench play. I need my D lineman to look like they from the trenches. Okay, I need my O lineman got to look like the Pillsbury Doughboy.
Did you see that other one where like the white guy is just like standing up and everybody's behind him? He's like, "Yo, nigga didn't even hug his mom. Oh, this nigga finna be insane."
Oh my goodness, bro.
Oralist, I understand. I fuck with this hot take.
I don't want a diva O lineman. You know, I don't need. If you got a chain, you can't. If you got dreads, you got a chain. Too many tattoos. I don't know.
I think someone would agree with you, and they go by the name of Coach Prime. I think he would really appreciate your take on that.
Nah, Dion be like, I still see a father in the home though. You feel me? Like
that is true. He did have his dad with him.
He said, nah, just to put a little razzle dazzle in there. You know, fatherless home. Particularly when it comes back.
I went on Byron Murphy, his Instagram, because I seen his film. I was like, this is amazing. I have to see his Instagram. He's 100% nigga, bro. He is 100%. I wish you could I don't know how to share an Instagram story on I don't think you can
I don't think you can.
But nice. Go to Byron Murphy's story. That's all I'm gonna say. Straight nigga, bro. Straight nigga.
I need all my defensive players from linebacker all the way up to line that have the same kind of fade Micah Parsons has. Whoever Michael Parsons' barber is,
he needs to be fired.
Needs to be fired. That nigga was demolishing wings. I remember that time he was demolishing wings. That shit was insane.
Michael Parsons, he needs to go ball too. He low-key got the Jalen Suggs thing going on.
Oh, for real? I haven't really looked.
It's just you can see the corners of his hair starting to go in once these start to he keeps his hair low so you can't really see, but once these start to go,
you need those strawberry. You need that strawberry mint hair growth oil. 60
Oh my gosh!
stroke every angle. Don't miss an angle.
Stop talking about me, Jackson.
Man, your hair isn't going. You still have it. It's not going, bro.
It's going good. It's just like right here, but I think part of that's because of my cowlick, not because I'm bald.
That's what's up, bro. But man, Dana, we appreciate you for hopping on the podcast, man.
Thank you guys for having me. On the clock right now, but again, I got time. It's Friday. We're not doing none of that work. But again, for those who love my rant about Marvel and other stuff, me and my other friend of the show, Wafiq, have a podcast called The Redacted Show.
Don't spell it. Say it one more time so the people know.
Yes, The Redacted Show. If you want to hear anything about manga, anime, Marvel, DC, any kind of that comic book stuff, or any of your shows, we also talk about Game of Thrones, Invincible, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We just had a show with Jackson. We talked about the Transformer show. Greg, who was also on the pod as well in the earlier days, we were recording at a Feek house.
That was fun.
That was a great podcast. And we would love to have y'all back on there again. And I would love to come back to this podcast again. I appreciate y'all.
We got the topic for y'all. We gotta wait till the off season when it's nothing really going on. We got the topic for y'all. So y'all gonna be back. Y'all gonna be back soon.
Sooner than y'all think, for real. Y'all don't even know what we got planned for y'all niggas, bro.
Sounds good.
That's what's up. And before we leave, I haven't used this button in a minute, but hey, link down below.
Donations.
Come on.
Donations.
Hit that link, nigga.
Donation.
Need to get monetization.
Donation.
Oh God.
Donation.
Oh God.
Donation.
We're gonna cut this out, you know what I mean?
Yeah. He be going for like 5 minutes.
Yes.
This nigga was aggressive.
I get it though.
More gifts. More gifts.
Like, damn. It surprised me every time. Like, yo, I did not know you said more gifts that many times.
Yeah.
But we'll catch y'all niggas next week, man. And without further ado, man, this has been the Play for Keeps.